There wasn't any videos online about these window sweeps for this year of the Chevy Classic body style. So I'm going to do some swapping of a window sweep with a brand new one. Problem I'm having is this is basically all just kind of deteriorated out and it's falling apart really bad inside there. I've already done the passenger side. Basically just destroyed it getting it out to try and figure out how to do this side. Best way I figured out is I put a flathead screwdriver in here, slide it to the left a little bit if you can, and I just kind of pull to the left. So I'm just putting pressure on it, pulling it to the left to see if I can pop out this little tab in there. So as I pull on this, you see that plastic tab connected to it, and that just needs some room to pop out of that hole. So up here by the mirror back in there is a little bit of a rubber seal, rubber gasket. It's kind of got some squish to it, so I'm just driving it against that and then pulling up on it. How I originally did the first one is I just grabbed this and started bending it up like crazy. I got toward the middle and then I took it and I pushed the whole seal in, and then it just pops straight up, and then you got to pull it out from underneath the mirror. So I'll do that really quick part way. All right, so I popped it out part way. I got this tab piece pulled out from that hole. Once that's free, if you're grabbing the seal, pulling it up, and you're kind of wiggling it toward the inside of the truck and the outside, it'll pop right up. And now if you just keep pulling it, maybe you're gonna have a harder time. But if all you have to do is just pull it out from that mirror, and then this thing should just pop right out. The kicker is with that is I've had this off before and I reinstalled it to do this video. And here's the problem I have. All this stuff's just deteriorated and gone into the window itself. Here's the new one. On the passenger side, what I did, I didn't like this clip. On the stock one, as far as I know, it's just plastic. On the aftermarket one, it's actually got metal and it'll bend and hold its shape. So what I did is I clipped it. It was about that size. I just kind of clipped it. That way it fits inside that hole easier. That's what I found on the passenger side. Doing that when I did not clip it, I put a little tiny scratch in the paint right here. So if you're worried about it, I would clip it. If you're not worried about it, I would say just be careful and do your best putting it in there. So I'll get this thing set in place and I'll show you how I installed it. Okay, so from here, right now it's just setting in place. It's very tight. I got these, I don't even remember what brand, honestly. I got them from Rock Auto. That might be a FedEx tag. I don't know if any of these numbers help you. If they do, that's probably the one that's going to help you the most. So 99 to 07 Classic Body Silverado. So once you put it into here, it's pretty tight. You kind of got to work this into that hole. I would take your time doing that. Once it falls in there, it's pretty smooth sailing. So here, inside here, let's see, grab my screwdriver. And of course I drop it. So once you get it into here, if you can see, this has kind of got a little bit of squish to it. I don't know if this is going to help you or not. I took the mirror there, that might help you. I took the mirror off the passenger side one. It did not seem to really help. If it makes you feel better, I guess, or comfy, pop this panel off. And I would think taking the two bolts off, there's a little foam piece in there, and just pull it out. taking the 2 bolts off and leaving the top one in place might give you the, you know, and loosening up the top one might give you that movement you need, but otherwise it didn't seem to do anything for me. So I'll just take my time getting it into there. Once it's in there, I'm just gonna start pushing it down. And that's really it. Now I'm just gonna put some pressure on it and push it into that piece. And that gives me almost enough clearance to finish that. I'll try and do it with the phone in my hand here. There we go. And all right, I'm gonna pause it right there and grab my screwdriver. So as you can see, if you don't clip that piece, it's quite a big pain.